Once upon a time, there was a little boy. And like most little boys, he liked to be naughty, and at times a little mischievous. So, to keep him out of trouble, his father told him he'd have to look after his flock of sheep on the hill above the village.
Boy, you'll have to go to the hill, look after my flock of sheep. But beware of the wolf who lives in the woods. If he attacks the sheep, then you must call out to the top of your voice, "Wolf! Wolf! Wolf!" And we shall all come running to save you.
So, off the little boy went every day to look after his flock of sheep. But he soon grew bored and decided to play a trick on his father and the villagers. He called out at the top of his voice, "Wolf! Wolf! Wolf!" Suddenly, his father and the villagers heard his cries and ran from their houses with pitchforks and sticks and headed up towards the hill. But when they got there, that's all they could see were sheep eating grass and the little boy laughing his head off. "You should see your faces!" the little boy said, laughing and pointing. The father was very angry.
Don't you ever do this again, boy, because next time there could be a real wolf, and we will not come to save you.
The very next day, the little boy did what most little boys do when they are told not to do something. Yes, of course, he did it again. He called out at the top of his voice, "Wolf! Wolf! Wolf!" The father and the villagers heard his cries and ran from their houses with pitchforks and sticks and headed up towards the hill. But once again, when they got there, that's all they could see were sheep eating grass and the little boy laughing his head off again. "You should see your faces! What a picture!" he said, laughing and pointing. The father was furious.
I have warned you once before, boy. Don't you ever do this again,
Because next time there could be a real wolf, and we will not come to save you. So, the very next day, the little boy was on the hill looking after his sheep, and as he sat there eating, he felt something watching him. He looked around, but there was nothing there. He looked again. Still there was nothing. Suddenly, he heard a wolf howl. "Oh!" He turned and saw the wolf attacking the sheep. He called out at the top of his voice, "Wolf! Wolf! Wolf!" Nobody came. He called again, "Wolf! Wolf! Wolf!" But still, nobody came. The little boy turned, and as he did so, he heard the wolf give out an almighty howl as the wolf leapt on the little boy. "Oh!" As the sun set, the villagers began to wonder why the little boy hadn't returned to the village. So, carrying his lantern, his father went up to the top of the hill to find his son. But when he got to the top, he realized all the sheep had disappeared. There was no sign of the little boy anywhere. The father began to cry. Then suddenly, he saw his little boy appear from the woods.
Father, a wolf came. I cried, wolf, but nobody came to save me.
His father gave the little boy a big hug and said to him, "Boy, you should never lie, because nobody believes a liar, even when he's telling the truth."